So, this is kind of an odd topic. Have you ever had a moment where you saw somebody out in the world, you said, hey, I'm going to introduce myself. It could be a pickup line or just a way to break the ice with a new friend or something. And you went to go say something and you just cannot believe you said it. You're like, what provoked me to say such a stupid thing or such a funny thing or such a inherently bad thing to say? Well, today we're going to explore that in D&D with DMs. What line of yours had you going, I can't believe I'm actually going to say this? In fact, you cannot fart that much. Listen, I beg to differ, sir. I have ulcerative colitis. You want to use ball bearings to trip up snakes? I will allow you an intelligence check here. Okay, I'll admit, this is the first time you guys have actually stolen a boss. Your roll to assess bitch level is... I'm dead. Your roll to assess bitch level is high enough to tell you she is not that much of a bitch. Explain to me how you intend to sufficiently disguise yourself. You have a tail. Let's have the latter make a dex save. Dropping a moose on the zombies is apparently very effective. Your oiled up striptease did not bring you closer to discovering who stole the lumber. Your impromptu cheese shop needs a supplier. The duck does not know your father. The hole is not big enough for all these bodies. Once per day bees, I guess. How many cults are you aiming for here exactly? Given your unique nature, yes, you can, in fact, sleep in a bag of holding to save on inn costs. You've got an awful lot of swords for a druid. Ah, the ghost appears to be dead. There should be a service you can pay for to have like 1,000 wizards all cast sending at the same person simultaneously. Wait a minute, you want to DDoS someone's brain with sending? Distributed denial of sending. Are you hoping they think the deer cooked one of their own and delivered it to them like DoorDash? Deer Dash trademarked. Said to my wife's druid, you're going to roll twice. The first is a performance check to see how sexual you make deep-throating this The second is a con save to see if you don't vomit it back onto the table. Context. Oh, we really need context here. They were at a wedding reception trying to steal something from the mob family groom-to-be. This was an arranged marriage, and one of the things they learned about the groom was his thing for exotic women. Oh god. Our druid, a water genocide with blue skin, was going to be obviously eye-catching to him, provided the party helped with her abysmal charisma checks. Midway through the reception, she asked to seductively suck a shrimp to catch his attention. I gave her the above response, and she actually pulled it off and was slipped a note to meet him upstairs, which was really funny because she became the prime suspect in his murder investigation minutes later. DM to the player, playing a Leonin barbarian. You're actually going to eat the meat that is clearly rotting and green and smells like ass. Yes. After a badly failed con save, about 30 minutes later, you're throwing up on the floor. You feel your stomach churning, and your bowels begin to rumble. I run to the edge of the property and take a shit outside the pen. Okay, now what? I look for a rabbit. After a very badly failed animal handling check, you find a rabbit and pick it up to wipe your ass with it. And it doesn't take too kindly to being used in such a matter. You take 4 damage as it bites you in the nuts. I have to say the Easter Bunny's really having a bad fucking day now. I can't believe he's not butter on the floor. You turn into a polar bear in the middle of a city. You do realize they only saw a cat, right? Did you say that the missing cat was wearing a bell around its neck? The cat that you just made up? Okay, roll deception. You can't figure out how to get out of your room at the inn. So you're going to chop your way out through a wall at random? Fuck! You leave cupcakes outside everyone's doors. You polymorph yourself into an over-muscled kobold named Swolebald? Are you fucking serious? I hope to God they were. No, you completely misunderstood my question. I mean, how can I help you? As in, how? I have no idea. I'll recap. Since it appears half of you have amnesia and half of you have amnesia. No, you cannot take 800 pounds of Twinkies with you into space. Why the fuck not? So, you want to open the window of the space station. In space. Well, roll me a new character, I guess. Let me get this straight. You are going to break a staff of power on the barbarian. You know that is very likely going to kill you, right? Oh, God. You do realize the elven princess you just seduced, in the middle of a mission to protect someone else, brought her boyfriend to the room too? Okay, fine. You want a tragic memory involving this goose character? And you want it to involve kids? And you want it to invoke fear of the goose and explain it? Okay then. You are going to jump out of a closed second-story window. Are you going to let go of the merchant? No? Fuck! You notice that spells cast on this floor are amplified. Wait, you're casting what? Okay, so you cast Anti-Magic Field. There is now a 100-foot radius of no magic. I prepared for a lot of things. I didn't prepare for you to turn the fucking magic off. You can't seduce him. He's gay. Ah, fuck. I forgot you were disguised as a man. Go ahead and roll. So you're really going to disguise yourself as yourself? Yeah, but really badly. What? Like, it will be a really bad disguise, so if they'll think I'm really someone else trying to look like me. You're not the only one that Error 404'd their DM, but they'll never see it coming. Well, you've got that right. I mean, if you really want to shove your hand up the monster's ass, roll a strength check. Rolls a 19. Your arm is now elbow deep inside the monster. You are now grappled. Edit. For those remarking about attacking benefits from being elbow deep inside a creature, the character was a warforged with an arm blade trident, which he had then extended. Blech. Ow. Surprise colonoscopy? So you lost your whole ass. It magically disappears, and now you're just back and legs. Well, shit. What about the rope I keep in my prison pocket? The rope and your prison pocket have been magically removed. Without a whole ass, you have no prison pocket left. Damn, I needed that rope. What kind of fucked place is this where a man's prison pocket can be snatched away from him so easily? I got a DM to say, no, I'm not your packed daddy, earnestly to my character. So yes, it is possible to become a huge, flying, fire-breathing octopus. Yes, the monkey can, in fact, activate the necklace of fireballs. Okay, so you just used your horse as a cannonball and threw the horse through Strahd and the brick wall behind him. Your horse is fine, but he's very upset with you. You failed to hit the blind man with your mace. So let me get this straight. You want to jump into the ancient fire-breathing dragon's throat and get yourself stuck there so that you cannot move at all. The best part was that the rest of the party was staring in horror at the ranger, and the ranger's sudden realization of what he had done on the dragon's next turn. For the curious, the dragon proceeded to dump 26d6 worth of fire damage onto the ranger. He was stuck in his throat. Not for long. Okay, so you rolled the body in 20 pounds of rare spices and shoved it in the magic pocket in your ball gown. Our warlock used that one tentacle spell to slow down some people from chasing us. One guy made his saves, and our DM says, he fucks his way through the tentacles, without realizing what he said until afterwards. He refuses to acknowledge that he said this despite us having multiple witnesses. It's great. Yes, you found vampire bites on her feet. Our Dracula had a foot fetish, apparently. Roll a deception check to see if your macaroni art sweetened the deal at all. Both of you, roll a performance check. Literally no one believes you're actually a doctor or having a real heart attack. No, of course the ship is no longer operational. You just used a thermal detonator on board. That rock tastes like a rock. You have successfully started a disco dance party with the spiders. The refrigerator somewhat protects you from the explosion, but not from falling a whole mile. You are dead. Hey, you succeed. The bomb cart is now covered in butter and ground beef. Your kidney is gone. Maybe you shouldn't have trusted the baby goblin to take care of it. No, a Prince Albert will not affect your movement speed. You watch as the barrel of a 42,000-year-old milk impacts the rider and erupts in the only way you could expect such a thing to do. Disgustingly. My DM said this last session. With that Arcana check, you remember that Thorn Whip is that popular BDSM club downtown. As you try to steal the chandelier from the moose, the green dragon in the hallway that snuck up on you wants to know what you are doing to Lord Avery. You see Asmodeus doing some stretches in preparation to kill you all. So you hurl the hornet's nest into the McDonald's play place pulpit. You all watch as this halfling slams an open palm onto the mammoth's head with all of his strength and manages to stop it in its tracks. Surprisingly, the kidnapped dog is not particularly receptive to having butter smeared all over it. I will not be your magical girlfriend. I will absolutely be your magical girlfriend. These are two different people I am friends with who were each just starting separate campaigns. Sure, we can go back to the pond for another nude beach party. This sentence was not on my D&D bingo card. I'm not trying to take a side, but it's not a human baby. Your Jenga tower can't fit in the tunnel. Leave it outside. You are not Sun Tzu. I will have the guards arrest you if you advertise your book one more goddamn time. From Edge of the Empire after a series of rolls. The Rancor sits down and listens intently while you teach it Adobe Illustrator. You plant the mushroom in the bandit's torso. So you want to throw the dead body into the bag with all the donkeys? So as it turns out, melted butter can, in fact, cause strokes all over the body if injected as a poison. The raider takes 2d4 con damage from your syringe gun. Roleplay amongst yourselves. I've got to look up the terminal velocity of a sperm whale. His heart was in the right place, but his mouth was open. You want to vibe check the door? Roll insight, I guess. After making the mistake of saying that a strange fruit gave a group of travelers dysentery, they were in a covered wagon. It was just an Oregon Trail joke. The party then fed said fruit to an owlbear who rolled a nat 1 con save, prompting the line, yes, the owlbear's eyes go wide and he begins to violently shit himself. The party were so pleased with themselves. Hey, that prompts the question and the answer. Does an owlbear shit in the woods? Fucking clearly, and everywhere else. Hey everyone, Brian Von VA here, back at it again, checking in after the vid. Nearly pissing myself as well while reading all of these. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and to ring that bell to get notified whenever we post or go live. And if you want to submit a story to us, do so on r/MrRipper. If you want to catch us ultra live, do so on our Twitch. And if you'd like to see 30 to 60 second skits, make sure to check out our TikTok. Links are in the description below. Using a help action, come say hi to me too, Brian Von VA. I have thousands of fans on this channel, and I would like all of them to come see me on Twitch, goddammit. So come say hi, enjoy the time with us. We're all caring and loving in my community too. That being said, I try to end things on a positive, and today is no different. If you're gonna laugh at something, just laugh. Just be happy. The world is too goddamn small, and your life is too goddamn short to constantly be angry or upset over everything. Yeah, you might have a really bad day. Yeah, some things might be kind of dark humored, but you know right from wrong. We all do. And I have full faith in every single one of you to understand right from wrong. But I will say this, laughter is the key to healing more often than not. It really is. Robin Williams believed in that. George Carlin believed that laughter helped a lot of people out. And it does. So try not to let the world get you down too hard. The world is a hellhole, and we know that. But it will get better. And just laugh. Just smile. Be happy. Don't worry about things as much. It's hard not to, but just focus on the here, the now, and progression for yourself. All the love, be safe, be happy, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.